and welcome back to the Red Booth Show. I'm here with Todd McCaffery and the Winner twins. And these guys have some amazing books out there. You should definitely check them out if you're not already aware of who they are. But this is pretty exciting. I've got a lot of creativity sitting in the booth here with me. And we're talking about your new books you've got, but also we want to talk about what's coming up in the future. And I know you've been going to Comic-Cons, you've gone to Dragon Con, and how many of these conventions you guys are always at them and you're like seeing your fans and doing?
So our next convention is San Diego Comic-Con, which we're incredibly excited about. So we're going to do our panel on Sunday.
And this will be a reunion of where you guys met.
Yes.
The romantic reunion.
Yeah, my fiance and I met at San Diego Comic-Con. So it'll be our 2-year anniversary.
So cute. Yes. So if you're like a super geek and nerd like all of us are, which we really love all these science fiction and everything, so you should go to Comic-Con. You might find your true love, Hey, right?
Yes. You never know. I was sitting in my booth signing, and he walked up and stared at me. And he was incredibly shy, so I went, "Hi," and he just looked at me. And that's how romance started.
And he had bright blue hair at the time and earrings, and he's like this.
And wonderful.
He's great. And I'm like, and then he ended up sitting in the booth, and he just never left that day. And I went up to Britt and kind of whispered, "Who is this guy?" I was like, "Oh, he's just gonna stay here." And he has.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah, he has.
He's gonna hang out for a while now.
Forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's very cute. Okay, so you guys are gonna have Comic-Con coming up in San Diego again.
Yes, San Diego Comic-Con, Dragon Con, Brianna and Todd will be at.
Yep.
I'm going to be getting a guide dog in Oregon, so unfortunately I won't be able to be there, but I'll be posting lots of things that are happening, so me and my guide dog walking around. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of dog pictures.
Great, I love dogs. It's fantastic. They're amazing.
I think this is the kind of the closest thing I could think of to be like being placed into a Hogwarts, house. It sounds funny, but I'll explain. You don't choose your dog. It gets chosen for you, based on your personality and who you are. You go through some test, and then you show up and you lock eyes with your dog, and that is your lifetime companion.
Wow.
What an amazing organization. I always thought it's like you get chosen together. It's kind of like the owls, or from Harry Potter. You know what I'm talking
dragons impressing.
Ah, indeed.
Indeed.
And yes. And maybe not the Hogwarts house, more like the animals. But forgive me, for being geeky. I just can't stop.
No, it's awesome.
That's who you are.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, it's true.
I hang out with these guys. That's why.
Yeah, it's our fault. We're proud of it too.
I know. Well, you guys have such a great story too. I mean, you have so much you could probably tell about how you've been doing your writing and how you've been inspired and all that as well.
Yeah.
But we only have a few minutes left.
Uh-oh.
So you guys will have to again come and visit us. But
We'd love to.
Will.
Yeah.
So what are we doing now? What are we working on today?
More Wynter Wayvern.
Yes, indeed.
More Right Path.
Indeed.
More Millennial Madness.
So this is to help teach you how to write, actually, which is really cool because they've definitely got it down.
Mm-hmm.
These guys know how to write books. They've been pumping them out since they were little. And they're like, award-winning books. These are no joke. Amazing science fiction and fantasy and all sorts of stuff. And also same with you. And did you help with writing this too? You did.
Yep, I did, yeah.
So this is like an instruction manual for people that want to write. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep this one.
Oh, that's for you.
This is the book that got written when we were writing the instruction manual.
That's right.
So it's fun too.
Okay, I get to keep that too.
The second in that
it's all
series.
for me.
Yeah.
Of course.
It is.
This is so cool. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who write poetry and who don't put it out there. And it does take somebody to kind of believe in you and to be like, hey, you know what? You have good writing, you're a good musician, you're a good artist, whatever it is, and to push you to put it out there, So I'm really glad that you did put out your poetry.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's, a lot of people are like, oh, poetry is dead, but there's this big hashtag online on Instagram and everything with millions of people that always say, poetry is not dead. So I think poetry is not dead, and it's a wonderful thing to go do for yourself.
And you're working on the
Definitely.
next book too.
I am indeed. Hopefully that'll be out in the next few months.
Well, definitely, that's fantastic. I think it's really cool. We have a lot of places in LA where people go and do readings and poetry, and
Yep.
it's cool. It's awesome. It's creative, and that's what this show is all about: is celebrating our creativity and our imagination. So you guys are the epitome of that.
Oh, thank you. That is a high compliment.
Yes, we also love pinup style, so this was perfect. This gave
Definitely.
us an excuse to
That's
dress
right. That's right. So when they came on my show 2 years ago, they weren't doing the whole pinup thing, but then they saw pinup girl clothing, which I've been wearing on the show for like 5 years, and then now they've also done pinup, and they've actually modeled for pinup girl clothing now.
It's an incredible
So,
brand,
yeah.
women run, women owned. Laura Burns is an incredible designer and great friend, and we met, and her daughter Melaine is actually a photographer. She's blind in one eye, so it's actually a visually impaired
Really?
photographer that takes our pictures.
A photographer that's wow.
Yeah, so it's
That is
been
amazing.
incredible, and I think their brand really encapsulates our brand. So we come together, and it's all about empowerment and creativity, and it's really been great working with them.
Well, you guys look amazing. I love your outfits, and also this jewelry is handmade by them.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, they were telling me about it, and I think there's going to be something coming out about the jewelry, but I don't
Soon.
know how much we can say. Very creative, wonderful ladies, and Todd, thank you so much
Thank you.
for being here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, and also for helping her through this experience.
Well, she's worth helping, you know. You probably noticed that Britt's kind of a cool person.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yep. I'm just okay.
Yeah, you're just okay. Yeah, sure.
We make a good team. We make a really good team.
We do.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show again. It's wonderful and lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's been a pleasure for all of us.
Thank you, and thank you very much for
Well,
being
thank
here
you.
too.
Yes, thank you.
And you guys can tune in and watch the show every Saturday night on YouTube America. Well, thank you so much for joining me and talking with the Winter Twins and Todd McCaffery, two amazing novelists. You can always watch The Red Booth Show every Saturday night on YouTube America. You can also catch it on Time Warner Cable, Charter, Apple TV, and Roku. So don't miss it. Thanks for joining us.